who are tuned in to our live stream.
It's great to be back here in the Paul Robeson Campus Center to recognize our outstanding scholars. All of you here today truly are our best and brightest students, and you should be extremely proud of yourselves.
Before we dive into the presentation of our 2025 awards, I want to remind you to grab a refreshment and a bite to eat if you have not done so already. We have a beautiful spread for this afternoon's reception courtesy of Sandra Draper, Carl Provenzano, and the whole gourmet dining team. Additionally, please note we have our step and repeat set up for photos, and we invite all presenters and recipients to take a quick picture as they proceed off stage after each award.
Our reception will begin with our opening remarks from Dr. Sophia Pinto-Figueroa, our Associate Dean of Undergraduate Education and Dean of Academic Services. Then we will hear from our keynote speaker and Dean, Dr. Jacqueline Mattis. Our order of events and award presentations is listed in the program book if you would like to follow along. We would now like to invite to the stage Dr. Sophia Pinto-Figueroa.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Welcome to our 2025 annual award receptions. My name is Sophia Pinto-Figueroa, and I'm the Associate Dean of Undergraduate Education for the School of Arts and Sciences. We are honored and ecstatic to be celebrating and acknowledging our talented and acceptance that are being honored today, along with their families and friends. Before we kick off the awards, I have the distinct privilege to introduce our incredible Dean, Dr. Jacqueline Mattis. Dean Mattis earned her bachelor's in psychology from New York University and her master's and doctorate in clinical psychology from the University of Michigan. Prior to assuming the role of Dean of Arts and Sciences, she served as Professor of Psychology and Associate Department Chair for Diversity Initiatives in the Department of Psychology at the University of Michigan. She also co-directed the Center for the Study of Black Youth in Context. She previously served as chairperson of the Department of Applied Psychology at New York University Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development. Her research focuses on the role of religion and spirituality in the lives of African American and Afro-Caribbean youth and adults, and on the factors that are associated with positive psychological and psychosocial developments of urban residing African Americans and Afro-Caribbeans. She has co-authored numerous articles, has received a number of awards, and has been recognized for her mentorship and teaching. To all of the scholars in the room, if you have not yet had an opportunity to meet Dean Mattis, I highly recommend that you go over to her tonight at some point to introduce yourself and to speak to her. She is an incredible person and someone that you will definitely want to meet. So without further ado, I present to you our keynote speaker, Dean Jacqueline Mattis.
Good afternoon. That was so weak. Let's try that again. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Excellent, excellent. This is my absolute favorite time of year. Graduations, celebrations of most kinds, but graduations are particularly important for me. So I'm going to start by congratulating each of you on completing this phase of your academic journey. And I know that many of you will be going on to master's programs or doctoral programs. So this is not the end of your educational journey, but congratulations to you all. Nothing that you have done is possible without your families. And although families are not here with you in person, I think many of our students have families online who are watching. So to the families, thank you for being with your loved ones through this academic journey. Again, no one can do this alone. And I'm going to ask that the faculty and the staff from SASN who are in the room, I'm just going to ask you to please stand just for a moment. Faculty and staff, don't be shy. So I'm just going to ask everyone to give a round of applause to our faculty and our staff. Thank you all. So on behalf of all of our graduates, I thank you for the everyday work that you do to support them towards excellence. So when you're in the middle of a journey, it's not always easy to understand just how monumental that journey is. And it's not always easy to understand when you have come to the end of the journey how monumental the journey was. So I'm going to use as a theme the question of what have you done? And it's a question that followed me through my childhood in not good ways. So I would always do things and I would end up in my house with my mother and she would say, what have you done? And it was always, you've gotten into some kind of trouble. Your face tells me that you have. And so just tell me what you have done. So sometimes this question is sort of surrounded with accusation, but tonight I want to use that question, what have you done, in the spirit of celebration. And I'm going to start this question and the remarks that I have to make with two numbers, 37.9 and 6.7. You have just completed your journey as students in a public research intensive university, and today marks the day when you join 37.9% of people in the United States and 6.7% of people in the world who hold a university degree. So you're in rarefied air. But what is powerful about this moment and about your achievement is not the privilege of being among the few to accomplish a thing. To understand your achievement and its meanings, you have to understand the context in which you have lived and the context in which you are living and the context that you're about to enter. So what have you done? The first official organized university was established in North Africa in Morocco in the year 859. So today we celebrate the fact that you have successfully navigated a system of education that is almost 1,200 years old. Contrary to pundits who argue that over our 1,200-year history, universities have only tried to do one thing, which is to serve as sites of conformity that, where the professoriate tries to indoctrinate students to think only specific things that we want them to think. Anyone who thinks that has never met a college student. If you meet students who have made the journey that you have made, you understand that there's a particular kind of disruptiveness that is beautiful and that we celebrate. And that the reality of our work that we do with you in these places is not about teaching you what to think, but helping you understand how to think. And why does that matter? We live in a knowledge economy. Our survival and our progress as a society depends on how we produce and use data, information, and ideas. In a knowledge economy, the principal forms of capital are openness, curiosity, discernment, and the capacities to learn, discover, and create. A knowledge economy requires people who can think broadly and creatively and judiciously. So what have you done? Through your encounters with history and the arts, mathematics and the sciences, literature and the other humanities, you have learned how to navigate the complex world of ideas. You have learned how data and knowledge are coded numerically in the visual world, in sound, in letters, in behavior, and through multiple other forms. You've learned skills of analysis that have allowed you to see beyond the simplicity and the chaos of the obvious, so that you can discover patterns and unpack new possibilities. You have learned how to articulate meaningful questions, how to name problems, how to systematically derive answers. You've learned to ask what if and why and under what circumstances. You've learned to experiment and to risk. You have learned to fail well, to regroup, and you've learned to work independently and together so that you can, with compassion, learn to disagree, to respect other people, to convey complex ideas in clear and digestible ways, and to do the work of confronting difference, ideological and otherwise. So what have you done? You have first developed a disciplined mind grounded in compassion and in ethics. And in a knowledge economy, a disciplined ethical mind is the key to all treasures. What else have you done? You've bridged the world of ideas with the world outside these walls, and in the process, you have disrupted and changed things. In your courses, you have encountered histories and perspectives of people who have been enslaved and disappeared, holocausted, dispossessed of their lands, people and communities who have endured unimaginable environmental, economic, health, and other injustices. Many of you have responded to those learnings by choosing to engage. You have volunteered, you have protested, you have advocated for change, you've helped write new state and federal level policy, you have educated publics on a host of topics, and in doing so, you have reminded all of us of the labor of citizenship that is required to sustain a more just version of the ongoing experiment that we call America. Third thing that you've done. You've pursued and completed your education in the most diverse campus in the United States. We learn again and again that fear, confusion, and conflict are so-called natural responses to encounters with unfamiliar others. And in the face of that wisdom, what did you all do? You defiantly created a counterstory. You showed up here and embraced the profound value of living and learning in communities that are genuinely and uncomfortably inclusive of all forms of human identity and ideology and experience. You developed friendships, you developed lasting relationships. You showed up to listen and to be challenged. You have emerged as living examples of the reality that when confronted with differences of identity, of belief, and experience, people actually have another set of choices. They can choose to lean into others in a spirit of curiosity, awe, and care. We have the option to join with rather than to harm. We have the option to discover, to mirror, to learn from, and to climb with. And when we lean into inclusive ways of being, we can solve the wickedest of problems facing us. And I'll tell you another thing that you have done. You have reminded us that we live in a world and in a time that does not need bravery. We live in a time that needs courage. Those two are not the same. Bravery is the ability to confront frightening things. To be brave is to act without fear. Brave people take risks, and that's important, but they can do so indiscriminately and unflinchingly. Bravery can be useful, but it can also be unwise. Courage is different. Courage is the quality of confronting fear, shame, confusion, and other such virtues and values, but doing so for a morally valued purpose. Bravery fetishizes risk. Courage centers purpose, goodness, and honor. What courageous things did you do? You challenged people around you to think more broadly. You asked uncomfortable questions. You engaged rather than dismiss or cancel others. You took the risk of volunteering in neuroscience labs. You created codes that helped address important questions. You experimented with new ways of writing. You served on Capitol Hill. When you were challenged, you stretched yourselves, and in doing so, you developed outrageous new skills. Some of you have co-authored papers with your faculty mentors in field-leaning journals. Some of you helped develop new technologies that have turned into patents. You have done this because you understood the importance of moral and intellectual courage. So I'm going to end here. We live in a world that is fascinated with spectacle and with overproduced stories of harm and heroism. We are a nation of Marvel movies, and I will watch a Marvel movie at any point. We're a nation of Marvel movies and of arch enemies and superheroes, but transformative lives. The people who most impact us in the real world are not people who crash cars or deliver punches. The most impactful people are people who understand the enormous power of critically and ethically deploying information. The devices that save lives, the people who achieve the work of social, intellectual, and other forms of transformation, the people who unbury communities' histories and reveal things that we never knew, those people are people who understood the life of the mind and understood how to hold the life of the mind with compassion. What you have done with your brilliant, contentious, persistent, compassionate selves is to come here and change things. You have changed you. You have changed your families. You've changed your peers. You've changed your faculty, the staff, and the community in which we all live. You have developed the foundational skills needed to enter a world that cannot yet fully contemplate you and is not, if we are honest, truly ready for you. Know that you are ready to take on the world outside of these walls, and we know that you are ready because you are here. Know that this is your home. Know that we are always here for you. Know that as you go into the world and do audacious and brilliant and disruptive and compassionate things, we want to hear and celebrate what you have done. So congratulations, and go rock the world. I'm going to take this moment to celebrate one of our graduates today, and we're doing this in memoriam. This is a celebration of Sydney Dotson, who would have graduated with all of you today, and many of you know Sydney, some of you don't. And we have Sydney's family with here this afternoon, her mom, her aunt, and her grandmother. Sydney Dotson enrolled in SASN in the fall of 2021. She was an African American Studies and Africana Studies major. She was a history and anthropology minor. She would graduate today with a 4.0 GPA. She was a member of the Honors College and HLLC. And I'm going to read just a few things that people had to share about who Sydney is, and I'll end with just a celebration of her, and then I'll ask the family to come join me as we present Sydney with her awards for this evening for her outstanding achievement. So I'm going to start with a message from Dean Laura Triano, who was Sydney's Dean of the Honors College. Laura says, Sydney was as close to an ideal student as you could imagine. She was incredibly smart, thoughtful, creative, engaged, and curious. She was the type of student that came to you with a paper and did not ask how she could do better, but how she could learn more. She was a joy to teach because not only did she love to learn, but she loved to share what she knew and what she was passionate about. But to only say this would be missing a part of Sydney that I truly miss the most, her deep warmth and generosity. She exuded it to her friends, her classmates, and I can say I was fortunate to feel it over the short time that I knew her. Sydney was a brilliant mind with an even more brilliant heart. From the Department of Africana Studies and the Department of History, we get the following message about Sydney. Sydney's brilliance and kindness touched the lives of all who knew her. Sydney was not just a student, she was a shining star, full of light and promise. Her passion for learning was evident in every project she undertook, every question she asked, and every discussion she engaged in. But it wasn't just her intellect that stood out, it was her compassion. From all accounts, she had a rare ability to listen, to understand, and to make others feel seen. Her presence was a source of comfort, and her laughter was a reminder of the beauty of life. Even in its smallest moments, though her time with us was too far, her memory will continue to inspire us. And finally, this is from Professor Wendell Holbrook, who was one of her professors in Africana Studies. Dr. Holbrook says, Sydney was a complete joy to have as a student. She was an excellent student in several of my classes, bright, well-organized, and always ready to add so productively to our discussions, to our debates, and reviews of the readings. She was Rutgers at its best. I am saddened by her loss. She was protective of her health, and she always wore a mask. Indeed, the photos that are present about her represent for me a rare glimpse of her beautiful face. May the ancestors welcome her with open arms, peace, and strength to her families and to her friends. I'm going to ask her family to come and join us as we present Sydney with her award. And while they do, we know who people are by the family that loved them into their existence and loved them through their lives. And It is very clear that Sydney is who she is and was who she was because of the love that surrounded her. So to you as her family, congratulations and thank you for loving Sydney into existence. Thank you for sharing her with us. And I hope that you know that the love that is in this room is Sydney's presence and the love that she shared with us. So thank you all.
Yes, thank you.
The certificate reads, Sydney was a CAR scholar, and I'll share with you the focus of the CAR Scholarship. The CAR Scholarship is named for James Dixon Carr, the first African-American graduate of Rutgers University. He was a Phi Beta Kappa inductee in 1891. He graduated from Columbia Law School in 1896 and became a member of the New York Bar Association. He was later appointed Assistant District Attorney of New York County. The scholarship has been in existence with the university since 1985, and it is awarded to deserving incoming first-year and transfer students who demonstrate academic promise and who score well on the SAT and the ACT. Sydney's certificate says, the Carr Academic Scholar, Sydney Dotson, in recognition of academic promise and excellent scores on the Scholastic Assessment Test or the American College Test. And in addition to her certificate, Sydney also receives the Carr Medal, which her family will receive for her.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Our next awards will be the Dean of the School of the Arts award, which is presented to two outstanding seniors for academic excellence. This year, the award is going to two recipients, both of whom have earned a 4.0 GPA and completed over 120 credits with SASN. Our two awardees are Hassan Kaba and Ava Marone. Hassan is a double major in mathematics and urban secondary education. So Hassan. And Ava, am I pronouncing your last name correctly, Marone? Okay. Ava Marone is a double major in psychology and neuroscience and behavior. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dean Matters. We'd now like to invite back to the stage Dr. Sophia Pinto-Figueroa to present the Richard Roby Memorial Award, as well as recognize the 2025 Carr Scholars.
So before I continue with our next set of awards, I just want to thank Dean Mattis again for her amazing keynote speech. So can we just also give her a round of applause? And I also want to thank the Dotson family for being with us here tonight. We really appreciate it. Thank you. The essence of Sydney is scholarship and excellence, and we are going to continue to celebrate in her presence, right, in her spirits here tonight, all of the amazing scholars for their amazing accomplishments as well. So thank you. All right, so let's continue with our amazing scholars. We are going to ask Nancy Meehan to come up if she's here already. Perfect. Come on up, Nancy. She is receiving the Richard Roby Memorial Award, so if we can give her a round of applause. While Nancy is coming up, let me just share a few words. The Richard Roby Memorial Award is given annually to a graduating senior for excellence in an area of study that reflects the scholarly interests of Richard Roby, former Dean of the College and Professor of American Studies. This year's recipient is Nancy, a history major graduating this May, so I want to present her with a certificate.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
And I just want to say one remark from Mark Krasovic on behalf of Nancy. Mark says, Nancy was one of the brightest lights during a dark semester. Dark because it was spring of 2021 and we were teaching and learning online in the midst of a pandemic and a reckoning with racist police violence. Nancy brought light in her research and writing in a class on the 1967 Newark Uprising, for which she wrote a brilliant essay on the Coweta Towers Project, considering the site's physical and intellectual design and the larger context that it shaped it. It was a dark time in a more literal sense too. Those many black boxes on my screen as I struggled to teach effectively in a camera-optional setting. Nancy, though, was always on camera. Being able to see another human was such a blessing, as was hearing her regular and thoughtful contributions to class discussion. I'm not sure she knew it at the time how grateful I was for her engagements. So I'll make it clear now. Thank you, Nancy, for being there, for doing such great work in challenging circumstances, and for shining your lights.
Thank you.
All right, moving on. As you already heard from Dean Mattis a short while ago, we do have the Carr Academic Scholars Award. So I'm not going to read the award since you already heard the award. It's named for Jane Dickinson Carr, but we do have quite a number of recipients this year. So I'm going to ask, as I call your name, to please make your way to the stage as we present you with a certificate and with a medal. Ahmad Hudahed, Aisha Siddiqui, Amir Riahi, Ava Maroon, Daniel Palumbo, Ilan Bassam, Emily Naval, Ibrahima Sacco, Josette Cruz, Kiara Quajandra, Cristel Ceballos, Lauren Nicole Hanna, Nicholas Rios. I told you it was a big group. Paul Guillermo, Renee Abapo, Sina Umak, Sasabil Mohammed, and Stanella Emily. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, now please welcome Dr. Mao, Chair of the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science, to the stage to present the Charles Pine Award.
The Charles Pine Award is given annually to graduating seniors in recognition of outstanding academic achievement in the area of mathematics and science. And this year we present the award to Hassan Kabar. So Hassan is a double major in mathematics and urban secondary education. Over the past 2 years, he has served as a student teacher in the Newark public school system and plans to pursue a full-time career in education. Yeah, he has expressed a deep passion for mathematics, not only for its intrinsic beauty, but also for its vital role in everyday life. He hopes to share this appreciation with his future students. And Hassan is an exceptional scholar, and at high school he was the valedictorian. And at our place, he was just presented the Dean's Award. So I sincerely hope that more of our brightest students like Hassan choose to become math educators. Congratulations.
Next, we welcome Rafiza Shahabuddin, President of Rutgers University North Alumni Association, to the stage to present the John Faustus NCAS Alumni Award.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Rutgers Newark Alumni Association, RNAA, many congratulations to Marlene Hanna on being selected as this year's winner of the John Falstick NCAS Alumni Award. The award, established by the RNAA and named in memory of former NCAS Dean John Falstick, is presented to Marlene in recognition of overall excellence in academics, extracurricular activities, and community service. Marlene is a Newark College of Arts and Science student, majoring in biology with a minor in chemistry, and is in the Honors College, anticipating a May 2025 graduation. She is conducting research through the NJIT Biomedical Engineering Department and the Endodontics Department at the Rutgers School of Dental Medicine. They are exploring tissue regenerating hydrogels as a revolutionary way to treat common dental disease. Marlene shares that it has been an incredible opportunity working with experienced doctors, applying her knowledge to real-world challenges. Outside of academics and research, Marlene enjoys cooking and baking and is currently learning how to read and write the Coptic language as a way to connect with her roots. When she has time, she also enjoys drawing and painting. Marlene teaches 6th grade Sunday school at her church, where she plans lessons, lead activities, and creates skits to help girls engage with biblical stories in fun, interactive ways. Marlene also volunteered with the Coptic Orphans, a nonprofit organization whose mission is to break the cycle of poverty through long-term programs that focus on education. Through this organization, she has had the chance to teach English to children in Egypt using a curriculum she designed with games and activities that build both language skills and strong relationships. Marlene has also organized outreach for underserved communities by distributing dental care packages and teaching oral hygiene to preschoolers in Newark. At Rutgers, Marlene states she has found a true sense of community in the Honors College Student Council. She started as a freshman just wanting to get involved and now serves as co-president. In this role, and previously as events coordinator, she has worked hard to build that same welcoming environment for other students, creating meaningful events and leading a team that's passionate about service. Looking ahead, Marlene is preparing to apply to dental school. Her dream is to use what she has learned not just in science and research, but through leadership and service to provide excellent care and give back to the communities that have shaped her. Attached with this award is a gift from the RNAA. And the RNAA serves all alumni of the Newark College of Arts and Science, as well as the Graduate School Newark. The purpose of the association is to advance the best interests and well-being of Rutgers University by engaging all alumni in the life of the institution through communication, programming, service, and volunteer opportunities. Once again, best wishes to Marlene on receiving this award and your graduation from Rutgers University. Good luck to you in your future endeavors, and congratulations.
We will now begin our departmental awards. We will start with the 2025 Department of Women's and Gender Studies Awards. Unfortunately, Kat Fitzpatrick was unable to make it to our event today. However, we would like to acknowledge the 2 awards and the recipients. The first award is the Beth Mimi Award for Excellence, which is given to a graduating senior who has completed a major or minor in Women's and Gender Studies. Beth Mimi was a faculty member in the Economics Department at Rutgers Newark who studied feminist issues in economics. Her work as a labor economist included studying salary differentials between men and women in the same profession, and the economics of combining work and family life. She proposed and taught the course Women and the Economy that is still offered by the Economics Department. She provided leadership to the Women's and Gender Studies program. This year's recipient is Josephina Mack. Josephina was unable to make it to today's event, but we would still like to recognize her. The second award is the Dean James Creedle Award. This award is an annual award given to a Rutgers-Newark student who has demonstrated leadership through scholarship and activism by improving the scholarly, political, and personal lives of LGBTQ students at Rutgers-Newark and in the broader community. It is named to honor James Creedle, a Rutgers-Newark alumnus who for decades served as director of the Office of Veterans Affairs and subsequently as the Assistant Dean of Student Activities. Creedle's lifetime of work has built community understanding to alleviate abusive bias and discrimination against the LGBTQ community. This year's recipient is Chloe Banquet.
Next, we'd like to welcome Dr. Nika Poe, Chair of the Department of Urban Education, to the stage to present our 2025 Urban Education Awards.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. So I am honored to recognize 4 of our graduating seniors today. So yesterday, we did have a small celebration for them, and it concluded with me giving them a light-hearted roast. But I did promise them I would not do that to them today. I would, be a little more formal. So here is what I will do. I will present the title of the award, what the award recognizes, and then I will highlight one thing that I noticed about them during their student teaching that I thought was outstanding of them. So the first award is the Department Recognition Award for Future Teachers. So the Department Recognition Award for Future Teachers honors outstanding students who have shown exceptional promise in the fields of education. This award is given to individuals who have demonstrated academic excellence in urban education courses and embody the qualities of future educators who will make a meaningful impact in diverse classroom settings. And the recipient for that award is Arian Cantetti. So what I do want to recognize about Arian is that inside his teaching practice, I noticed he took a lot of pedagogical risks. And what I mean by pedagogical, I mean the way we engage in the teaching practice. And so I point that out because oftentimes students are hesitant to do that because it might not work. You don't want to try something in the classroom, the principal passed by and you're like, that didn't work. But Arian did a lot of that. I saw him, for example, take a simulation study on the stock market and then changed it into a game that students just throwing balls into a bucket, and it worked great. I saw him tell his students bake cake to talk about the Federation. And it was quite engaging. The students engaged, they really liked that. And the last thing, when I popped into his classroom, I saw Arian, he had his students do a whole group simulation of creating a bill. Now, this was the first time I've ever seen what that would look like. And so I was in the back of the room and I said, Mr. K, what are you doing? He was like, I'm the president. They have to argue their case. And so, Arian, I just want to say, continue making pedagogical risks. You will be an effective beginning teacher. So our second award is the Sterling Scholar Educator Growth Award. The Sterling Scholar Educator Growth Award is presented to a senior pre-service teacher who has shown remarkable growth, resilience, and dedication throughout their journey toward becoming an educator. This award honors the transformative process of learning, self-awareness, and perseverance, qualities essential to effective and compassionate teaching. And the recipient is Irene Safe. So, come on up, Irene. Okay, so what stood out to me about Irene in the classroom was her ability to engage students. Now, she was inside a language arts classroom. Now, I don't know about your classrooms in language arts, but students tend to be a little checked out. So sometimes you would have students hair volunteering, but Irene had all of her students really wanting to participate. And Irene always jokes about her stature, right? So Irene goes, Dr. Go, I'm not too intimidating. Who's going to listen to me? But Irene, I said, Irene, you have a fire that is unmatched. And so when Irene enters the classroom, the students know it too. And so, Irene, what I would say to you is to continue in that fire, and you will be an effective beginning teacher. Okay, the third award is our Excellence in Clinical Experience Award. So the Excellence in the Clinical Experience Award recognizes a pre-service teacher who has demonstrated exceptional scholarship, professionalism, and dedication in their clinical practice. Recipients of this award exemplify high standards in teaching and learning, and they consistently engage with creativity, collaboration, reflection, and commitment to meaningful, student-centered education. And our recipient is Nastasia Anderson. Yes. And so for Nastasia, we call her Naz. So Naz is what I would call the warm demander. And the warm demander inside education is the person who set that high expectations for students, but their love and their care for students are quite evident. And so what I saw in Naz's classroom was at the beginning of the school year, you've got your chief. Now, Naz's classroom had rambunctious students, right? I mean, let's be honest, right? A little rambunctious. But what I noticed about her students at the beginning of the year, they would be like, nah, I'm not interested. But by the end of the year, those students were engaged. And her embodying this warm demander, I've even seen her in the classroom where students give a little pushback, but she stood there and she was firm, and she was like, this is what I expect. I know you know the answer, give it to me. And the student responded. And so this is what we want to see. And I point that out because our research in education shows us that warm demanders, that is one of the most effective qualities of an urban teacher. So Naz, continue setting those high expectations and continue living out the love of your students. You will be an effective beginning teacher. Now the last person I will recognize is not on your agenda, so you're like, who's this fourth person? But you've seen this person at least 3 other times up here, right? So this fourth person, so he's nominated and will be receiving the New Jersey Distinguished Clinical Intern Award. So he is not on the program because that award is a national award. And so it wasn't printed here, but we did want to recognize that about Hassan. So we've heard his majors, right? So here's the thing I want to point out about Hassan. Hassan he's the type of student too who would take feedback, and even though he's gotten full marks, he still will incorporate the feedback. And so I would say his intentionality towards the profession in that regard is unmatched. So the thing I want to talk about with Hassan, so he is a math teacher. Now, who remembers what high school math looks like and felt like? Exactly, all right? So it was boring. I mean, who wasn't watching the clock? How many of you were watching sorry, math, I'm out, right? But let's be real, we were watching that clock, we were like, ah. So Hassan has effectively established a talking classroom. And what I mean by that is that students are actually engaged in the learning. Students collaborate, they're not just sitting there, they're just checked out. He has students in collaborative groups, and they walk around the classroom using whiteboards to demonstrate their thinking. I point that out because we know, well, first, that is a very difficult skill to execute, even for seasoned teachers, but I've seen Hassan do it quite a few times. And so I did want to recognize that. And so Hassan, keep up that talking classroom. You will be an effective beginning teacher.
Now, Dr. Jason Cortez, Chair of the Department of Spanish and Portuguese Studies, will present our next 3 awards.
We need a table or something, For us to bring all kinds of things, All right. Buenas tardes. All right. Didn't see you there. For the millions at home watching, Spanish and Portuguese, baby. So, before I say anything about our students, I must address the elephant in the room, which is this year, the order is reversed. So, where's Africana? Take that, man. How you like me now? So, I have the privilege of introducing 3 awards today. We actually have 4 students. One of them is not here, but I would like to acknowledge her as well. So we'll start with the Academic Excellence in Portuguese and Lusophone World Studies. This award goes to a graduating senior who's demonstrated outstanding academic achievement in the study of Portuguese, Brazilian, and Lusophone African literature, culture, history, and language. And this year's award goes to Peter Knudsen. So, we are proud to honor Peter. Peter has distinguished himself as a thoughtful, disciplined, and insightful student whose love of language and culture is matched only by his work ethic. According to Professor Castillo, Peter was always exceptionally well prepared, fully engaged, and unafraid to challenge himself intellectually. His final research paper was particularly impressive, not just well written, and remember this is in Portuguese, right? So, but original in its analysis and a clear reflection of intellectual curiosity. What truly stood out, though, was Peter's ability to connect linguistic study with broader cultural and historical questions, demonstrating both depth, nuance in his thinking. He embodies the very spirit of this award, a deep respect for the Portuguese-speaking world, especially Brazil, via Minnesota. We should clap for that. I don't know, but we should clap for that. And a commitment to excellence in language learning. Congratulations, Peter and Charles, if you may. I'm like looking for you. We got 3 more. All right. The next award is sorry about that. The Israel Stam Memorial Prize. This award recognizes 2 seniors who've majored in 1 or more modern or classical languages and have distinguished themselves by their own knowledge of that language and by their understanding and appreciation of its literature and culture. The first awardee today is Ariel Jones. It's a joy to recognize Ariel as one of this year's recipients of the Memorial Prize. She exemplifies what it means to be a passionate learner and a dynamic presence in the classroom. According to her professors, her enthusiasm, curiosity, and deep dedication lit up every space she entered. Professor Castillo shared that she was, and I quote, an absolute joy to teach. And one of her favorite students of all time, I don't know that I should say that, but one of her favorite students of all time, praise that, of course, speaks volumes. Professor Grevan praised Yale's linguistic versatility and cultural engagement, especially in both Spanish and Portuguese, describing her as a bridge between the Ibero-American worlds. And Professor Holton referred to her as a understated dynamo. She actually did say that. Whether in thoughtful classroom discussions or her active participation in program events, Ariel's creativity, analytical depth, and commitment to intercultural understanding have left a lasting mark on our academic community. So, we're proud to celebrate your achievements. Our other memorial prize goes to Milka Baptista. We're honored to present Milka with the Israel Memorial Prize, the Israel Memorial Prize. Her academic journey has been marked by hard work, resilience, and a remarkable thirst for knowledge. Professor Dubray, who taught Milka in multiple courses, was most impressed by her ability to bring curiosity and enthusiasm to every topic. She never took shortcuts, and she took her education for granted, meaning she never took her education for granted. Professor Larvivas noted Milka's stand-up presence in the classroom, where her insightful contributions consistently elevated classroom discussions. Her work went beyond expectations. Her research on La Guagua Aérea, which is a text dear to me, was so impactful that Professor Larvivas is citing it in her own academic work. You should know that. And you know, literature people, we're very, we don't share anything. Milka exemplifies the integrity, intelligence, and excellence this award seeks to honor. Congratulations. Oh, picture. Sorry. All right, so, and this award goes to Ariana Lago. It is with great pride that we recognize Ariana Lago for this award. Ariana was my student, so she always brought insight and dedication to every moment of her academic journey. In my class on Latinx masculinities, Ariana stood out not only for her thoughtful participation, but also for her ability to turn deep emotional understanding into powerful creative expression. And this is good for the English department people to know. For her final project, Ariana wrote the poem Quererse, means to love each other and oneself, a raw and poignant response to Rigoberto Gonzalez's memoir, Butterfly Boy. Rigoberto, if you're watching, so heads up to you, man. The poem, written in the voice of a man reckoning with a lifetime of pain and yearning, explores the complexities of love, trauma, and self-worth. Her accompanying analysis revealed an acute sensitivity to the themes of neglect, abuse, and the search for healing. Through both her art and her intellect, Ariana demonstrates how scholarship and empathy can come together to illuminate the human condition. Ariana, if you're watching, congratulations. All right, peeps, thank you.
Please welcome Professor Melody Placencia to the stage for a presentation for the Department of Sociology and Anthropology Awards.
So I'll be presenting 2 awards today. The J. Rumney Memorial Award. This award is given as a memorial to J. Rumney, a former professor of sociology at Rutgers University in Newark. This annual book prize is given to a sociology student who, in the opinion of the senior members of the department, has made the best record in the field of sociology. And I'm going to actually read some comments about the recipient. So Professor Jones writes, at first glance, Kamal Walker appears quiet and reserved, but his calm demeanor masks a sharp intellect and deep academic engagement. Always punctual and conscientious, Kamer has been a steady and dependable presence in the classroom. His thoughtful reflections helped illuminate the bigger picture for his peers and brought clarity to complex ideas. In recognition of his academic excellence and dedication to the field, we're honored to present him with the J. Rumney Memorial Award. second award. The Joan L. Huberman Memorial Award. Emma Rivera has consistently shown a passion for applying anthropological ideas to the real world, from environmental change to medical inequity, always with an eye towards intersections of race, class, gender, and culture. Her close readings, thoughtful contributions, and deep commitment to justice embody the spirit of the Joni L. Huberman Award. We're thrilled to celebrate Emma as she prepares to continue this work at Rutgers Law School, where she'll bring her insight and compassion to today's most urgent social and environment issues. Thank you.
Next, Dr. Jason Bird, Chair of the Department of Social Work, will present the 2025 Social Work Awards.
Good afternoon. I'm very excited to be able to announce the Social Work Awards for this year. We've got a lot of excellent students, and the ones up on the stage are some of the best that we have. So we're going to do 5 awards. The first one is the Academic Excellence and Social Work Award. This award this year is going to be presented to Rose Sandiford. Rose is a dedicated and engaged student and is the current president of our Phi Alpha Social Work Honor Society. She's demonstrated exemplary advocacy and academic achievement, and we're excited to see what she's going to do next year in grad. Second, we have the Social Work Leadership Award, and this award this year is being presented to Angelina Verdes. Angelina is a proud first-generation Peruvian-American senior. She began her Rutgers journey as a Rutgers Future Scholar in 7th grade. And has remained active on our campus ever since. So just a quick list of things that she's done will show how she kind of fits this leadership award. She serves as Scarlet Ambassador, a Community Service Officer, a Braven Fellow, an EOF Scholar, a Bold Women's Leadership Network Scholar, and she is also the president of our Social Work Student Organization. In addition to all of that, in 2023, she was one of 2 Rutgers-Newark students invited to the White House to represent first-generation college students. So she has set a high bar for leadership in our program. The third award is the Dean James Plummer Award. This honors a University College Newark student who excels both academically and in extracurricular activities that positively enhance campus and community life. And today, we present this award to Maeve Harrington, who unfortunately is not able to be here, but I hope that she is able to kind of watch on the stream. Maeve not only excelled academically, but has provided invaluable service to Ashbury Park Social Services, where she supported individuals facing homelessness, mental health challenges, and substance use disorders. Fourth, we have the Dr. Phyllis J. Peterman Book Award. So Dr. Peterman devoted 47 years to Rutgers University and served as the chair of our department for almost 30 of those years. So I'm assuming that most folks probably know her or know of her. She continues to be very involved in our department and an advocate for our students, and she established this award in 2019 as a way to honor and support high-achieving and dedicated students in their graduate work. So this year we present this award to Zaya Robertson, who demonstrated excellence in her courses and leadership in her global work through the International Leadership Exchange. And she's also been recognized with a service award from her practicum placement at University Hospital. And finally, we have the Excellence in Practicum Award. So as many of you might know, the signature pedagogy of social work education is our practicum internship. Our practicum program works with nearly 300 agencies in Newark and the surrounding communities. So our students provide a remarkable amount of service contributions to Newark agencies, and these agencies have made a really critical investment in not only our students, but also our program. So this award is given to students who demonstrate high achievement, commitment, and professionalism in their practicum internship. And today we are celebrating Amber Bedos, who has demonstrated perseverance, sacrifice, and resilience in her studies and in her practicum placement here at Rutgers. Despite dropping out of high school when she was 16 to raise her son, she has fought against all odds to return to school and has not only excelled in her practicum internship, but also our program overall, serving as Vice President of the Phi Alpha Social Work Honor Society and as one of 2 of our student representatives on our Social Work Advisory Board. Again, thank you very much. Congratulations.
We now welcome to the stage Dr. Gretchen Van Wall to present this year's Department of Psychology Awards.
The first of our awards is not a psychology award, it's a neuroscience award. This is the Mei Feng Cheng Memorial Award, which is given to the graduating senior neuroscience major who demonstrates overall excellence and achievement in the major. And this year's recipient is Madison Omlauf. Madison has earned a 3.97 overall GPA at Rutgers and a 4.0 in neuroscience. In addition to her stellar performance in her classes, Madison has shown a strong commitment to neuroscience research. This is going to get a little heavy. For 2 years, she's worked in Dr. Miriam Bokersa's lab at Rutgers Health Science, investigating the role of dopamine D2 receptors in the striatum in appetitive motivation. As a member of the HLLC and Rutgers Honors College, she's conducting for her honors project graduate level research in systems neuroscience. And I just found out, like today, a few hours ago, that in addition to all of this stuff that she does in the classroom and in the lab, she is also on our softball team. And after graduation, Madison is planning to pursue medical school. Our next award is the Lourdes Casal Memorial Award, which is given to the graduating senior who best combines intellectual excellence with social commitment. This year's recipient is Senna Umak. Senna not only excels in her psychology coursework, she also demonstrates a deep commitment to applying research to causes that benefit society. Her honors thesis is exploring individuals' willingness to incur a personal cost to earn money for charity, examining how loneliness and cultural factors influence pro-social behavior. In addition to her course and her lab work, Senna has also worked with the nonprofit Meaningful World, an organization focused on providing psychological support and fostering emotional healing to communities around the world affected by trauma and conflict. This spring, Senna presented her team's work at the Eastern Psychological Association Conference, and after graduation from Rutgers, she's going to pursue a PsyD at King University, where she hopes to continue her work promoting well-being for underrepresented groups. And our final award is the Lillian Robbins Memorial Award, which is given to the graduating senior psychology major who demonstrates overall excellence and achievement in the major. This year's recipient is Halima Matari. Halima has demonstrated deep commitment to the major and to the department as a whole. Not only is she a top student in terms of grades, she brings an attitude of scientific curiosity and inquisitive questioning that elevates the entire class. She served as an undergraduate teaching assistant for our Psychology 102 class. She has served as a learning assistant for our undergraduate statistics class. And Dr. Zambrano, who is her supervisor as a TA, reports that Halima is one of the strongest TAs that we have ever had in our department. She's also been actively engaged in research in both Dr. Vanessa Lobu's lab and Dr. Mauricio Delgado's lab. In short, Halima Matari is one of the best students that the psychology department has to offer. And after graduation, she is hoping to continue teaching and doing research as a psychology professor.
To present
Hello, everybody. We have two awards today. First is the Benjamin Weissman Memorial Scholarship Award. The scholarship is awarded to a political science major in their senior year. It is based entirely on merit, mainly grades in political science and social science subjects. This award honors our late colleague and is supported in large part by the Weissman family. And the award goes to Emma Rivera. The second award is the Heinz Silbach Award. This award is presented to the graduating students with the highest grade point average in political science. And it goes to Emma Rivera. It also goes to Cristel Ceballos, but she's not here today. So, a few words about Emma. Emma Rivera is generally quiet, but make no mistake, she's formidable. Her written work is exemplary. All her teachers said as much. In the words of Professor Kutin, she wrote a well-researched first assignment, and her second assignment was doing a book review and presented to class. She chose a classic, Rachel Carson's Silent Spring. Her presentation and research around the book was one of the best of all the presentations on this book I have ever seen. She was great at placing the book in its context, excellent at distilling its message. Because it's an older book and it's partly narrative, this isn't an easy task, but she rose to the occasion and did it exceptionally. She also managed to have a concise PowerPoint and able to elaborate on it while giving her presentation, speaking freely and in such a way that she held the class's attention captive. Emma Rivera. Thank you. These are for you.
Please welcome to the stage Dr. Diane Jamula from our physics department to present our 2025 Betsy Hughes Thompson Prize.
Hello, I am presenting the Betty Scoos Thompson Prize for Excellence in Physics, and this goes to Maurice Metivier. A little about Maurice. Maurice is a physics major, graduating this year, but he is also an English double major and minor in video production. Wow, Maurice is a Renaissance man. He can do really challenging calculations in quantum physics and also make very cool videos about bands and classic movies, and it's very neat to see those two come together and then to excel so much in these different areas. In physics, Maurice has done research with lasers with Dr. Zhuzhan Wu. He has also worked as a learning assistant in our active learning physics courses. I work with him there, and we do these physics lessons. We anticipate student thinking. He gives me feedback. I use his ideas. He's really a mentor for the students that he works with. And he also does outreach for the department. He participated. We had the physics department from Essex County College come over, and he was able to share his story. Truly, Maurice shows that there are pathways for all people in physics. We are so grateful to have had him on our team, and he really embodies the spirit that, that we all aspire to. Congratulations.
Next, Cameron Kirk Giannini from the Department of Philosophy will present the Charles Biederman Award.
Hello, it is my pleasure to be presenting the Charles I. Biederman Award, which is granted each year to a graduating philosophy major who has demonstrated academic excellence in the discipline, And I'm very, very happy to be giving it this year to Seamus Gorley. Here you go. I have had the pleasure of having Seamus all year, first in my philosophy of religion class, and then in an independent study on the metaphysics of gender. So you can tell that he is very curious and has very broad interests. I appreciate a lot of things about Seamus. I think it was always wonderful to have him in class because he's very analytically minded and won't accept answers that he doesn't find intellectually compelling enough, which was a challenge for me as an educator. And he also has a great deal of intellectual humility, so sometimes I have to tell him that he has in fact discovered a devastating objection to something because he won't believe that at first. And he essentially designed this independent study on his own because he was interested in the topic of the metaphysics of gender. So to some extent, I've just kind of been along for the ride. I think I speak for everyone in the philosophy department when I say that we will miss having Seamus around when he graduates this year. So congratulations, Seamus.
Next, we invite Dr. Mal back to the stage to present our 2025 Mathematics and Computer Science Awards.
So I'm happy to present 3 awards for our 3 outstanding students. The first award, that's the Computer Science Award. That's for the most outstanding student in computer science. And the recipient is Paul Rickier. So Paul is going to graduate with a major in computer science and minor in accounting. Those who are sports fans may also recognize Paul as a member of the school baseball team. And he has also served as a live stream producer for all the Sciences-Newark home events, like aesthetic events during that time for 4 years. Yeah. And of course, he is presenting awards not just because he's an athlete, he's just a standout student in computer science, has a 4.0 GPA. Yeah. And actually, a couple of years ago, he was already awarded a Willis Scholarship at Sciences-Newark. And ever since, he has associated with the rest company. He has interns there, and starting this summer, he will work full-time as a software developer at that company. So congratulations, Paul. Okay, the next award is the Sodatova Award. This recognizes the most outstanding female students in mathematics. And this year's award is Harika Tuzum. And well, I want to say a little bit about Harika's academic journey because for me it's very interesting. She started at Bergen County College, and after that she worked full-time in a variety of roles. So she worked as an EMT, as a CPR instructor, and as a jiu-jitsu instructor. Yes, and so after she transferred to Sciences-Newark, I think she likely didn't anticipate to be here named the best female student in mathematics because she actually recalls that before coming to Rutgers, she did study in college, and the college course she feared most was college algebra. So you guys are, may have something in common. And well, she credited her transformation at Rutgers to the mentorship and encouragement from the professor here, Professor Michael Rene and Professor Diane Jamura, who just presented, and also Professor Marcelo Jejala, to name a few. And with their support, she discovered a genuine passion for mathematics and her talent for mathematics. So, and this year, Haruka actually returned to the course she once dreaded, the college algebra course. Now, this time not as a student, but as a teaching apprentice. And so in that role, she helped implement active learning strategies, including collaborative group work, to foster a more engaging and supportive environment for students. And so I think it's just wonderful that how her journey bring her here. Congratulations, Haruka. And the third award is the Sam Gratz Award, which recognizes the most outstanding students in mathematics. And this year's recipient is Peter Grigoriev. Peter will graduate with a major in mathematics and minor in data science. His consistent academic excellence just earns him recognitions from all the math faculties. And he is just great with math to start with. He was great with math from the very beginning. And beyond the classroom, Peter has contributed as a math tutor and also has worked in, I believe, the psychology department as a lab assistant in behavior dynamic labs. And he is also deeply engaged with his local Ukrainian community. And we all understand the current environment, he's certainly affected. And he has created and managed a website for Ukrainian Orthodox Church of the Holy Ascension in Maplewood, New Jersey. What he does, he helps support the church by publicizing the events and facilitating donations for humanitarian aids. So doing great work. It's with great pleasure to present this award to Peter Grigoriev. Thank you.
Next, presenting the Honors College Award is the Assistant Director of Honors College, Ms. Yvette Rosario.
Hello, good afternoon or good evening. We're getting there. And it is my honor to present this award to a student who exemplifies our guiding words: curiosity, creativity, discovery, and excellence. Marlene Hanna. So some things were shared about Marlene earlier when Rafisa presented the Alumni Association Award, so I'm going to add a little bit more to that. So yes, she's completing her BA in biology and with a minor in chemistry. She also completed the coursework for the Honors College, and she has maintained a 4.0 GPA. In addition to her work in the labs, including Dr. Kim of the biology department and Dr. Vivek Kumar at NJIT, Marlene has participated in various programs, including at the Harvard School of Dental Medicine program and one at the Rutgers School of Dental Medicine. She recently presented her senior thesis on hydrogels, and I'll read the entire title: Transforming Dentistry, Tissue Regeneration Facilitated by Peptide-Based Hydrogels. What does that mean? So she explored how certain peptides can aid in oral health by helping treat infections. And she did this with the help of rodents and pigs. In addition to her academics, Marlene was involved, as was said, with the Honors College Student Council. And I'm going to read some words by our dean, Dr. Laura Troiano. I often tell the story of my first office hours meeting Marlene, barely 2 weeks into the semester. She asked me to read an application essay for a dental program. She wrote about how she thinks about creativity and its intersections with dentistry. I had no comments. It was so polished, and I have never looked at teeth the same way again. This is Marlene. She does well at everything. Every academic discipline, every community service activity, whatever you ask of her, you know it will be as close to perfect as you can get. And she works at it. She puts in the effort. She's sweet, funny, generous, kind, diligent, and someone all of us could always rely on, a leader and role model for all of us in the Honors College. And I'll add that, Marlene, I know that you will do well at whatever dental school you go to. One thing that was not mentioned is that she did all this in 3 years. So her 4th year is her gap year. Yeah, she told me our first meeting, she said, Miss Rosario, I'm out of here in 3 years. She did it. Marlene, we're in awe of and humbled by you. We know that you will excel in whatever you do. Please accept this award on behalf of the Honors College, and congratulations.
We now welcome Dr. Chang, Chair of the History Department, to the stage to present this year's History Awards.
Good afternoon. It is my great pleasure to recognize the achievements of our exceptional majors. Our first award is the David Robert Freelander Award. This year we have 2 recipients. The first recipient is Zoya Dodd. Zoya majored in political science and history with minors in Africana studies and legal studies. She is a serious thinker and a gifted storyteller of the past with a deep sense of purpose. As a Jamaican immigrant now rooted in Newark, Zoya brought a powerful blend of lived experience and academic insight to everything she did at Rutgers. She graduated summa cum laude and earned the Merit Award in Africana Studies. But perhaps most impressive is how she consistently challenged those around her to think more deeply. As Professor Lance Thurner shared, Zoya drills down into the heart of meaning, connecting historical events to present-day realities. She is, in his words, a brave and serious intellectual. Congratulations, Zoya. Our second recipient of the award is Ariane Canteri. Ariane majors in Ariane majors in history and urban education and is a member of the Honors College. Ariane is currently student teaching at Science Park High School in Newark, where he is already making an impact in the classroom as he prepares for a career in social studies education. Ariane's academic path has been marked by intellectual rigor, curiosity, and what one of his professors described as a rare scholarly humility. In the classroom, he consistently distinguished himself by drawing careful lines between what is known and what is uncertain, reminding us all of the value of evidence over assumption and nuance over easy answers. His thoughtful approach and passion for teaching will no doubt inspire the next generation of students. Congratulations, Ariane. Our next award is the Sidney Zebel Award. This year, we have 2 winners. The first is Jonathan Gilds. Jonathan is a history major and a political science minor. He joined Rutgers University Newark as a transfer student from Middlesex County Community College. And since then, he has consistently excelled, earning a spot on the Dean's List every semester. For his senior seminar paper, Jonathan explored the use and effectiveness of quarantine stations in the Ottoman Empire during the 20th century. A meticulous researcher, he uncovered rare primary sources, including some his professor, Nukit Varlik, had never seen before, to construct the inner workings of Ottoman quarantine procedures, from sterilization techniques to disinfection protocols. According to Professor Varlik, Jonathan's research not only brought to light a lesser-known chapter of public health history, but also demonstrated analytical depth and thoroughness. Congratulations, Jonathan. The second recipient of this award is Brandon Leal. Brandon is a history major and a political science minor. He has consistently shown what Professor Lance Sterner calls a drive to wander into the unknown. Brandon doesn't shy away from messy or complicated histories. Instead, he seeks them out, determined to understand, not simplify. This intellectual courage is at the heart of his remarkable senior thesis. Let me quote from his advisor. Brandon maps out a viable research agenda that deserves to become a thesis, then a dissertation, then a book, and then finally something that reaches a wide audience. Congratulations, Brandon, on your brilliant work. Our final award is the Edward H. Zabriskie Award. Again, we have two worthy recipients. Our first recipient is Andre Mendez. Andre is a history major and a legal studies minor. Andre is a native Newarker, a first-generation college student, and soon a first-generation law student. His senior research paper was driven by his personal connections to his home city. He wanted to understand why Newark's ironbound neighborhood had retained its cultural cohesion, even as so many others were reshaped or erased by urban renewal. As Professor Eva Giloy noted, Andre approached the work like a detective, digging through municipal documents, census records, newspaper articles, and more to uncover the historical forces that shaped his community. Andre brought rigor, insight, and heart to the work, a great investigative researcher, according to Professor Giloy. Congratulations on this award, and congratulations on law school, Andre. Our final recipient is Jackson Williams. Jackson is a, sorry about that. Jackson is a history major and a global politics minor. Throughout his academic journey, from the County College of Morris to Rutgers Newark, Jackson has made the Dean's List every semester, a testament to his consistent commitment to excellence. And he did all of this while working throughout college. As Professor Thurner noted, Jackson's diligence goes far beyond meeting deadlines. It's a diligence rooted in respect for the complexity of history, an ability to account for the many intersecting forces, contexts, and motivations that shape human events. In his senior seminar paper, Jackson researched and analyzed the Puerto Rican independence movement, exploring how attitudes toward independence differed between Puerto Ricans living on the island and those in diaspora communities across the tri-state area. Professor Thurner praised Jackson for his ability to synthesize and clearly explain an incredibly complicated history. Congratulations, Jackson. Could we give a final round of applause for our winners?
Now, Dr. Belinda Edmondson, Chair of the English Department, will present the department's 2025 awards.
A lot of books. Good afternoon. On behalf of the Department of English, I would like to recognize the extraordinary achievements of our award winners who best represent the diversity of excellence that is Rutgers-Newark. Among them are transfer students, homeschooled students, pre-med students, first-generation immigrants, podcasters, as well as published poets and writers. They aim high. Some have been accepted to graduate schools, others are planning to apply. They are aspiring lawyers, doctors, teachers, professors, journalists, and writers. Many are graduating summa cum laude or magna cum laude, all with stunning GPAs. And they are, all of them, extraordinary. Today we honor them with gifts that include books and some cash. So, our first award winner is not here today, but I would like to acknowledge her anyway. Cass Ginto is the David Diorio Award winner. Cass is an aspiring journalist who writes for several arts and entertainment publications. She has interned with the Scarlet Service Program, as well as been a fellow for the Racial Justice Learning Community. Cass has been accepted to CUNY's Craig Newmark Graduate School of Journalism, where she will complete a master's degree in arts and cultural reporting. So congrats, Cass. Our Madison Bates Award winner is Erica Cruz. Erica was homeschooled by her mother before transferring to Essex Community College, and from there to Rutgers-Newark. She enjoys creative writing courses, and plans to do her Master in a Fine Arts degree. She advises incoming English majors to be open and to explore different kinds of literature because, quote, you never know what will resonate with you, unquote. Good advice. Congratulations, Erica. Our Louis Zaka Award winner is Maria Liu. Maria is a double major in political science who aspires to go to law school so that she can advocate for those without a voice in the legal system. She advises incoming English majors to, quote, take classes you truly feel passionate about and to feel comfortable with being uncomfortable. More good advice. She says that's how she found her favorite professors. Congratulations, Maria. One of our Certificate of Excellence Award winners is Elham Bassam, who you've already seen. Elham is a pre-med student and current co-president of the Minority Association of Pre-Health Students here at Rutgers-Newark. She has enjoyed her classes in English literature, Caribbean literature, and especially Middle Eastern literature. Elham plans to apply to medical school in the near future. Congratulations, Elham. Nastasia Anderson, who you've also seen, is another Certificate of Excellence Award winner. Nastasia is a double major in urban education and English who fell in love with creative writing at the age of 10 through the folktales she heard growing up in Trinidad and Tobago. That early love of storytelling led her to performing spoken word and written poetry. She is a co-creator of a podcast within the Department of Education called Pod to Pencil, which offers reflections on pedagogy. Nastasia is a published poet who aspires to be an English professor. Congratulations, Nastasia. And our final award winner is Brendan Rafferty, who is a winner of the Certificate of Excellence as well. Brendan aspires to be an English teacher and recently received his substitute teacher's certificate towards that goal. He is a transfer student from Hudson Community College, where he won a writing contest, and he has honed his creative writing skills at Rutgers since then. He advises incoming English majors to feel free to be who you are and embrace the quote-unquote unique personalities of the English department, which I believe we're unique in a good way, right? Congratulations, Brendan. Thank you.
Next, we welcome Dr. Faraju, Chair of the Department of Economics, to the stage to present the Keith Banks Award.
Hello, everyone. We in economics are delighted to honor 3 outstanding students with the Maurice Beck Student Achievement Award. This award, the Maurice Beck Award, is named in honor of a former economics professor and is given every year to undergraduate students who have demonstrated scholastic excellence. This year we have not 1 but 3 students who will receive this award. The first among them is Chinonso Anianu. Congratulations. Chinonso is a double major in economics and finance with a minor in social justice. He's an honors living learning community scholar who has an impressive list of achievements. Among them, he founded the Rutgers Black Professional Networks, which was named the best new student organization in 2024. He has completed several internships with top companies, and also he had an internship with the US Senator Cory Booker's office. Among other very impressive achievements, he was selected for the Harvard Business School Summer Venture in Management program and Poets and Quants Top 100 Business Majors. In 2024, he launched Synergy, an AI-powered career development startup for Generation Z, which is recently named New Jersey's best collegiate early stage startup. Going forward, Chino will pursue a fully funded master's degree in global affairs at the #1 ranked university in Asia, Tsinghua University, as a Schwarzman Scholar, being selected from 5,000 global applicants. Congratulations, Chino, on all these exceptional achievements, and best of luck in your exciting future endeavors. The second Maurice Beck Award goes to Halima Sheikh. Congratulations, Halima. Halima graduated with a major in economics and a minor in legal studies. She has demonstrated outstanding academic achievements in economics since her freshman year, consistently earning a spot on the dean's list every semester. Halima's academic work is complemented by her participation in the National College Federal Reserve Challenge competition. And in addition to pursuing research, and in addition to her academic excellence, Halima has shown remarkable campus leadership as Chief of Staff of the Rutgers Student Government Association, as an Eagleton Undergraduate Associate, and as a Newman Civic Fellow. She has a deep commitment to civic engagement and public policy, and she seeks to combine her economics expertise with a passion for advocacy. After graduation, Halima plans to pursue a law degree where she wants to shape socially responsible economic and legal policies. Congratulations, Halima. We look forward to learning more about all your future achievements. The third award goes to Sana Malek, who is a double major. Sana is a double major in economics and computer science with a minor in data science and mathematics. She has been a standout in every sense. She excelled in her coursework. She contributed to research, including having research assistantships in economics and mathematics. She completed very competitive internships and received prestigious scholarships and fellowships, including a research fellowship at Breakthrough Tech at Cornell University. There, she participated in an intensive 12-month program where she trained in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data analytics. Roxana is graduating with a full-time offer, which she accepted, as a data scientist at FinServ, which is one of the leading financial technology firms. We are incredibly proud of her achievement and excited to see what all of you are going to contribute to the field. Please come back to Rutgers. You are always going to have a home here.
Please welcome Dr. Christina Keating from the Department of Earth and Environmental Sciences to the stage for the presentation of the Herbert P. Woodward Memorial Award.
I am delighted to present the Herbert P. Woodward Memorial Fund. This award was established in 1969 and is awarded to the outstanding senior majoring in geology. This year's recipient, Sophia Estati, is truly an outstanding senior. In addition to majoring in geology, Sophia is a Braven Fellow and is minoring in anthropology and environmental sciences. In her time at Rutgers-Newark, she's done exceedingly well in her coursework, maintaining a near-perfect GPA of 3.977. In addition to her heavy course load and multiple minors, Sophia has participated in several department research projects, studying the influence of geology and landscape and hydrogeology at a couple of sites outside of Baltimore in Maryland, and examining water resources for an agrarian village in the Peruvian Andes. She has presented her research results at the American Geophysical Union, the largest scientific conference for the geoscientists in the world. Beyond her impressive accomplishments, Sophia is a kind-hearted, thoughtful, and humble person, and we are so excited to see where life post-graduation takes her.
And now, Dr. Dana Leoto will present the 2025 Chemistry Department Awards.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Chemistry Department, I am honored to recognize the exceptional accomplishments of 4 brilliant students who embody the intellectual curiosity, resilience, and collaborative spirit that define the very best of our discipline. During their college years, they have taken on rigorous coursework, engaged in meaningful research, and contributed to our learning environment in ways they have enriched the experience of their peers and their professors alike. To acknowledge their extraordinary achievements, each student will receive a cash award and a book selected by our faculty, a token of our admiration and encouragement as they move on to the next chapter of their journey. Our first award is the Harold A. Fales Memorial Award. This cash award was established by the family of Professor Fales, who taught at Rutgers University, Newark during the 1950s after retiring from Columbia University. This award is presented to the most outstanding graduating senior, majoring in chemistry, who has done research in a chemistry faculty lab. This year's award winner is Rana Ignaim. Rana is graduating summa cum laude with a perfect chemistry GPA. She was selected to conduct research in the lab of Dr. LaLancet, where she studied small molecule structure elucidation by single crystal X-ray diffraction techniques and worked on the synthesis of small molecules such as cobalt salts and phenylethylamine. Her professors say that Rana is an excellent student whose accomplishments reflects years of hard work, and a quiet determination, qualities that are essential to true scholarship. After graduating with her chemistry major and a minor in biology, Rana will go on to study dentistry at Touro College of Dental Medicine. Congratulations, Rana. Our next award is the R. Ian Fryer Memorial Award. This cash award is named for Ian Fryer, who was the Director of Medicinal Chemistry at Hoffman LaRoche before he joined the Rutgers-Newark Chemistry faculty in 1985, and he worked here until 2000. His wife, a Rutgers-Newark graduate, graciously established a senior award to honor his memory and reward student excellence in organic chemistry. This year's award goes to Iris Terrell. Iris is graduating summa cum laude, is an honors college graduate, and has a near perfect chemistry GPA. Iris has done substantial research during her undergraduate education. She conducted X-ray crystallographic research in the lab of Dr. LaLancet, worked in medicinal chemistry research at NJMS, where she synthesized novel compounds with potential anti-malarial activity, and was involved in clinical research for drug trials in the CNS area. A natural educator, Iris genuinely enjoys supporting her peers and has spent the past year serving as a peer leader for the organic chemistry workshops. After graduating with her degree in chemistry, Iris will continue her research in medicinal chemistry as she prepares to apply to medical school. Congratulations, Iris. The next award is the Hugh W. Thompson Memorial Award. The award is named after a distinguished member of the chemistry faculty who passed away several years ago. Friends of Dr. Thomas established this cash award for excellence in one of the subdisciplines of chemistry. This year, the Thompson Award goes to David William for excellence in analytical chemistry. David's professors say that in both analytical lecture and lab courses, David consistently demonstrated exceptional analytical thinking and problem-solving skills. And his performance in both theoretical and practical components of the course was exemplary. In addition to being an outstanding student, David is currently the Vice President of the Coptic Society chapter at Rutgers-Newark, as well as an active volunteer in cooperation with Coptic Society and St. Mark's Coptic Orthodox Church in Jersey City. Through his volunteer work, David helps the less fortunate and also new immigrants from Egypt. After graduating with a chemistry major and a psychology minor, David will become a DDS candidate at NYU College of Dentistry and pursue a career in dentistry. Congratulations, Steve. Finally, our last award is the General Chemistry Teaching Award. The chemistry department teaches many lab courses. We can do this only with the help of great graduate and undergraduate teaching assistants in our general chemistry, world of chemistry, and organic chemistry labs. A donation made specifically to honor general chemistry TAs allows us to make this past award this evening. This year's award goes to Laura Aduela. Laura is a remarkable teaching assistant and an outstanding student. According to Dr. Sogers, Laura is excellent in her ability to explain general chemistry lab concepts to her students, and she gives great pre-lab talks. She is an exceptional mentor. In addition to her outstanding achievements in the chemistry department, she was selected for the Pathways for Junior Scientists program and the Rutgers Summer Undergraduate Research Program with Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences, both in partnership with NIH-funded funded labs at NJMS. Through these opportunities, she conducted research studying T-cell mediated heterogeneous immunity to malaria in murine models. She is excited to contributing to an upcoming publication based on this work. After graduating with her chemistry degree, Laura will be pursuing a master's in biomedical sciences. Congratulations. Thank you.
Next, we welcome Dr. Ed Bodner, Chair of the Department of Biological Sciences, and Dr. Susan Seipel to the stage to announce the Biology Department's 2025 awards.
Now that it's about midnight, I congratulate everybody in the room for having survived the festivities. And so on behalf of the Department of Biological Sciences, I would like to recognize 6 of our outstanding students in the Department of Biological Sciences. And so we present 2 awards for students that will pursue a medical career following graduation, 2 students that have outstanding achievement with 4.0 GPAs, and 2 students that have demonstrated excellence and commitment to doing research. So may I have the envelope, please? And so the award winners are, in the fields of future doctors of America, we have the Bessie Dolgan Award to Amir Riai. The Health Professions Career Award to Aisha Siddiqui. The Excellence in Scholarship, Nisha Ahmed. Our second Excellence in Scholarship, Rawan Ahmed. And Excellence in Research, we have Emily Naval and Kayla Tanker. So, since half of you are gone, or half the people have already left the room, I get twice as much time. And so Jason Cortez, who left, inspired me. And I was thinking about how to wax poetically about what one does in research or in medicine or in biological sciences. So I tried to think about how to wax poetically about pipetting protein into a test tube, taking the latest high-resolution confocal micrograph, doing some form of dissection on a mouse, doing single-cell sequencing of a section of rat brain or mouse brain, and all of you would be bored to heck. So I won't do that. But instead, what I'd like to do is tell you a little bit about what their advisors and their nominators have said. And so I quote, but I won't list the names so that they'll have to guess who they are. She is great. She's great. It's a different faculty member. She is great. 3rd faculty member. These are our nominees. 4th, she is great. 5th, she is great. And last but not least, he's okay. Oh, and I forgot there's one more nominee, and that is Hassam Kaba. I forgot to call you. No. We're thinking about you. We got you in our heart. And a shout out to the athletes. Right? I'm the faculty athletic representative to the NCAA. I know how hard they work. They deserve a great deal of commendation for what they do representing our campus, off campus, when they go to other schools and universities to compete on behalf of us. And what I'll do is I'll end with some fun facts for each of our awardees. And again, I won't tell you who they are. They're a fun group. I love cats. Grew up with 5 of them. It's a nice fun fact. I used to be a percussionist, whatever that means. Here's a great one. I was born on New Year's Day. That's a nice fun fact. I love cats. I have 2. And as we're getting close to the end of festivities, this is a good one. Oh, 2 more. I play 4 instruments. Drums, 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 and cymbal. And I'll leave you with this last one. And this is where the fun fact is that the student's name means river in heaven. And so I hope that as all of our students progress, those that survive this evening, those that put up with my nonsense here for a few minutes, I hope that all of us proceed through the rest of our lives with a sense of understanding the great things that students can all accomplish as long as faculty provide support for them and as long as their friends and colleagues stay next to them. We need as much heaven on this earth as we can possibly get. And I hope we all keep trying to make sure that river never runs dry. So thank you very much.
Now introducing the faculty from our Department of Arts, Culture, and Media to present their awards, starting with the Creative Achievement and Fine Arts with Professor Anthony Alvarez.
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to be here today representing the Fine Art Department. This award is for outstanding accomplishment in the development of personal vision, creativity, and excellence in the arts. And this year's recipient, Anani Charles Pierre, has consistently demonstrated a deep commitment to learning, seeing, making, evolving, taking creative risks, and following her heart. Professor Klein in photography is often reminded of a particular project she worked on when she investigated the rise of urbanization and ever-changing characters of contemporary cities. Presenting her work, focusing on people and their workplaces with dignity, not irony or critical distance. Her work is seen from the perspective of a caring local resident who honors creative, vibrant, resilient communities in the midst of rapid change. In one of the courses that I've had her in is Seminar Contemporary Art, where we spend a lot of time addressing some of the big ideas affecting the contemporary art world today, from conversations around who gets a monument to questions of street art as public discourse to examining complexities around repatriating looted and art and antiquities. We explore easy answers to tough questions. Right? She's always presented a hunger to passionately debate some of these interpretations and challenge existing ones as well as her own. After this, after graduating records, she will continue her inquiry at NYU in the fall for the Master's in Museum Studies program. I am excited for a future of the art world with her voice in it. On behalf of the Fine Art program, Art, Culture, and Media Department, Arts and Sciences, it is great pride that I give this Creative Achievement Award to Anani Charles Pierre.
And now for graphic design, Professor Chris J.
Good afternoon. It It's with immense pride that I stand before you to recognize the remarkable talent of our students. I have the distinct honor of presenting the Creative Achievement in Graphic Design Award. This recognition celebrates exceptional work in communications design, highlighting innovative thinking, clear purpose, dedicated effort, and refined craft. Please, well, join me on stage, you're already here. Jocelyn Contreras Sangurima and Liam Gunning. Jocelyn and Liam truly exemplify the spirit of our program, bringing together creativity, research, and technical expertise to make thoughtful, meaningful contributions to the world around them. First, let me further introduce Jocelyn. Jocelyn is a grounded and thoughtful designer, instinctively driven by research and impact qualities that consistently shine through her work. She's graduating with a major in graphic design and 2 minors in sociology and art history with an impressive 3.97 GPA, all while working 2 jobs. She has made meaningful contributions to the Rutgers-Newark community. Last summer, as a Design Consortium intern, she led the campus installation of A Feeling of Itself, a traveling exhibition by Likes in Translation that explores cultural belonging through immersive audiovisual displays. Jocelyn developed the exhibition's visual identity, promotional materials, and augmented reality components to enhance its bilingual storytelling. For the Senior Graphic Design Exhibition Common Ground, Perspectives on Freedom, she led the communications campaign, expanding the brand, directing photography, managing social media, and even serving as the show's opening speaker. Born in Ecuador and raised in South Jersey, Jocelyn brings a rich multicultural perspective and a deep curiosity about human behavior. Her capstone project, Life Between the Lines, recently exhibited at Project Empty Space in downtown Newark, explores the barriers faced by undocumented individuals. Using interactive installations and AR, it challenges viewers to reflect on restricted movement and how it shapes identity, opportunity, and belonging. After graduation, Jocelyn plans to further explore emerging technologies like AR and laser cutting to expand her design practice. Please receive this award, Jocelyn. Now let me turn to Liam Gunning. Liam is an exceptional student known for his integrity, drive, and deep commitment to design. In the classroom, he's a thoughtful presence, offering technical support and creative insight on concept, form, and execution. While pursuing a major in graphic design and a minor in art history, Liam has maintained a 3.95 GPA, all while contributing significantly to the Rutgers and Newark communities. As part of the Design Consortium, he's collaborating on the rebranding of the Newark City Parks Foundation with work spanning identity design, signage, and marketing. He has also partnered with ACLU New Jersey on the visual identity of their Know Your Rights campaign. With a strong background in illustration and storytelling, Liam studied for over 6 years at the Joe Kubert School and runs a successful online shop featuring pop culture-inspired merchandise, gaining valuable experience in branding and product development. For the Common Ground Senior Graphic Design Exhibition, Liam took on a leading programming role, leading each classmate's project to guide tours and produce a video that will serve as both portfolio documentation and a recruitment tool for our program. He is a true gentleman, a real mensch, as we say. And as such, Liam's capstone project titled Man Up critiques how advertising shapes American masculinity. Using a retro-style ad campaign, he exposes how marketing exploits insecurity while promising identity and belonging, sparking a timely conversation about strength, vulnerability, and inclusive manhood. After graduation, Liam plans to pursue a career in packaging design and advertising, blending his illustration talent and strategic visual communication.
Academic Achievement and Video Production, Professor William Garcia.
Hello, everybody. Always a pleasure to be here among my colleagues, students, and the leaders of our school who I admire so much. I really do. It's a great opportunity to be here. I'm here representing the video program, and Professor Taksu could not make it, so I'm here to read what she wrote about her students. Nicole Jade Ojo and Nick Marin are here for outstanding work in the video program. Nicole, with her relaxed charm and laid-back disposition, Nicole sometimes surprises people when she breaks into her powerhouse filmmaker mode. She is a natural leader and a natural talent, a gifted creative writer and a storyteller who keenly observes the world around her. Nicole's astute, critical perspective is balanced by a dry sense of humor and a deep sense of compassion and empathy for the human condition. With a terrific ear for language and dialogue, Nicole writes and produces original women-centered work that is witty and heartfelt. She recently wrote, directed, produced, edited a short film, New Skin, which is a smart comedic take on a repressed young woman who finds herself in a dead-end job, conjuring up playful fantasies of revenge while charting a new course in life that's true to herself. We have no doubt that Nicole will be charting an exciting career for herself as a filmmaker, and we can't wait to see what she does next. Nick Moran. I actually had Nick in a few classes, and I think Professor Taksu really caught the essence. Nick is a genuine positive presence. And so smart. Just a wonderful student. And here's what Professor Taksu wrote. Nick Marin is an exceptional student who lights up the classroom with his positive energy in the most unassuming of ways. Nick inspires and energizes his peers and professors with his intelligence, creativity, warmth, and generosity of spirit. As a professor, I find myself continually learning from Nick as he supports others to achieve their very best and masterfully provides both encouragement and constructive critique to his fellow classmates. And of course, Nick's care, insight, and sensitivity shines through his own creative work, which sparkles with originality. In his recent film, Cheers, Nick beautifully blends horror, art house, and experimental genres to explore how a young man battles bouts of rising personal and professional anxieties. Nick's capacity for deep self-reflection distinguishes him, and he has a bright future ahead in filmmaking filled with wonderful opportunities. Congratulations.
We'd now like to welcome Professor Darian Davis, Chair of the Department of Africana Studies, to present the next two awards.
Yep, I thought you were going to say that. And we're going to welcome back Professor William Garcia.
Okay. I'm an instructor in the video program. I'm also the video coordinator and the coordinator for the journalism program as well. Therefore, it falls on me because Professor Badador couldn't make it, regrettably, and so I'm happy to be here and read what she has to say about Patricia Mendoza. Patricia has distinguished herself as a conscientious and driven student in the journalism program, constantly earning top marks and praise from her professors for her sophisticated writing and tenacious reporting. Last semester, she pursued a challenging story about a retired professor who is legally blind. Though initially unable to reach him, likely because he used his TTY phone, Patricia did not give up. She did what every great reporter does. She persisted. She called, emailed, and even stopped by his office until she finally secured the interview. The resulting piece was characteristically insightful and beautifully written. In another standout story for our campus magazine, Scarlet, Patricia explored the work of an artist inspired by found objects salvaged from the toxic mudflats of the Passaic River. Her vividly and descriptive and clear writing brought a complex topic to life, supported by interviews that delved well beneath the surface. This semester, Patricia interned at the Asbury Park Press, where she impressed editors with her intelligence, dedication, and can-do attitude, so much so that they invited her to continue contributing to the paper. Patricia's persistence, talents, and professionalism embody a spirit of excellence we're celebrating today. Congratulations, Patricia.
And now, we'd like to welcome Professor Darian Davis, Chair of the Department of Africana Studies, to present the next two awards.
Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so I am thinking of following Jason Cortez's model and reading from, what shall I read from? Moby Dick, Toni Morrison, but we want to go and see Sinners after this, so we're going to try to speed it up, okay? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. I represent Africana Studies that turns the worst of times into the best of times. I am pleased to present these awards to two outstanding students. They represent for us the connections that we try to make over Africana Studies between Africa, the Caribbean, the United States, North America in general, South America, Asia, the Middle East, all of it. These students represent the best of what we put together. I want to recognize first Brooke. Yes, I would like to recognize Brooke Bachia. Bachia. Come on. This is what I love about Brooke. She is not afraid to correct, to dialogue with a PhD, with a full professor, with students. This is what I like about Brooke. So let me tell you a little bit more about her. Brooke is receiving, and I intentionally did that for you to correct me, the Wendell A. Jean-Pierre Award of Excellence, named in honor of Dr. Wendell A. Jean-Pierre, former chairperson of the Department of African American and African Studies, and a scholar of the Negritude poets, Aimé Césaire, Senghor, and Damas. It's given annually to the senior who best exemplifies the department's mission to combine scholastic excellence with service to the field and to the community. So Brooke is one of these, a student who always comes to my office hours. In fact, throughout the semester, I had a meet the chair office hours in the late afternoon, and Brooke would come in and constantly begin to talk and dialogue about something called respectability, which she eventually wrote a senior paper on. But she also began to question issues such as what is Africana Studies. So I would, after an hour, I would be looking at my time. It's like time to wrap up, and she would say, "I'm sure you have to go, right?" Anyway, Brooke is that type of student who continues to dialogue both within the class and without the class, outside of the classroom. From one of her teachers. The first time I met Brooke Within minutes of meeting her, she was already interested in dialoguing. Over the many conversations that we have had, you can see her excitement for attaining knowledge, and that was always evident. Professor Jamila Abu-Buraki notes that she is grateful to have taught Brooke and enjoyed her contributions to class and conversations and her capacity to engage complex analysis of race, gender, disability. It has been a pleasure to share these moments with her. Professor Hunter, Lacey Hunter, adds that Brooke is an incredible young woman whose generous spirit and conscientiousness are impressive. She is talented, and her commitment to securing an equitable space is always evident. Congratulations. The second award goes to Zoya Dodd. The Award of Merit, and you've already heard about the great work that Zoya has done in the History Department. I would just want to add a few more notes for us to celebrate. Professor Hunter notes that Zoya is a fantastic student who always helps to elevate class discussions. Shy and sharp, she is a wonderful example of the quiet intellectual. Naomi Extra adds, as a student, she stood out as a clear, thoughtful, and skilled writer and thinker. She approached writing on topics like Black feminism and decolonial thought with the abundance of care. I would also add that Zoya also represents a type of transnationalism that we teach within Africana Studies, moving in between spaces in the United States and in the Caribbean, particularly Jamaica. And so I would like to congratulate once again Zoya. I think I'm the last academic presenter. There are a couple more, but thank you very much for your time.
We would now like to welcome Senior EOF Counselor, Mr. Eric Okai, to the stage to present the Academic Foundation Center's Community Service Award.
Good evening. So my name again is Eric Okai, Senior EOF Counselor here at Rutgers University, Newark, and I have the honor and privilege of awarding our EOF Scholar, Alia Nasrallah. Since her freshman year, Alia has started an initiative for assisting people experiencing homelessness, specifically around the Newark Penn Station area. It is now her senior year and her efforts are long-standing. What started off as a one-person team feeding around 10 to 20 people garnered the attention of others to assist and feed over 50 people per trip. This act of service is unrelated to community service hours, nonprofit organizations, or even related to her coursework. Alia's initiative began and continued because of her altruistic nature and her desire to make a difference. Alia has also worked with the Student Government Association to advocate for additional water filling stations in University Square and receive funding to make it a possibility for students to have access to water. Previously, there was only one filling station located on the first floor. University Square now has a water filling station on the 6th floor as well as the 12th floor. Words cannot express how proud we are of you, Alia, and we thank you for all that you have and will continue to do. Please assist me with giving a warm congratulations to our EOF Scholar, Alia Nasrallah.
We now move on to the awards presented by the Office of Academic Services. Please welcome Academic Advisor, Ms. Stephanie Callisto, presenting the Cassie Edward Miller Award and the Dean of Academic Services Award.
Good evening, everyone. The first award is Cassie Edward Miller Award. This award is given to a graduating senior in recognition of outstanding academic community, service, and contribution made to multicultural understanding on campus. This year's recipient is Bibi Lopez Zuniga. Zuniga is an exemplary student leader whose dedication to service extends across multiple areas of campus and beyond. As an active member of Active Minds and a volunteer at the RU Food Pantry, she has made significant contributions to campus events that promote mental health discussions, reduce stigma, and provide resources to students in need. Bibi also served as a peer advisor in the Office of Academic Services, where she consistently demonstrated patience, reliability, and a strong commitment to assisting students, whether helping with events, covering shifts, or providing guidance to her peers. Bibi approaches her responsibilities with dedication and a genuine desire to support others. Bibi embodies the spirit of service, leadership, and community engagement. Her contributions to campus life, her dedication to mental health advocacy, and her commitment to supporting individuals in need make her a truly deserving candidate for this Cassie Edward Miller Award. Bibi will be graduating as part of the class of 2025 with a double major in psychology and neuroscience and behavior. Our next recipient award is Dean of Academic Services Award. This award is presented annually to a graduating senior for outstanding leadership and service. And this year's recipient is Renee Danielle Abapo. Renee has consistently demonstrated exceptional dedication, initiative, and commitment to supporting both students and the academic community. Beyond her role as a peer advisor, Renee has been actively involved in various student organizations, including the Filipino Student Association, the Art Club, and the Powerlifting Club. She has also showcased her analytical and public speaking skills as a member of the debate team. Her peers and fellow advisors can readily attest to her strong work ethic, reliability, and dedication to the peer advisor program. Renee will be graduating as part of the class of 2025 with a double major in biology and political science. Renee's passion for learning and leadership extends beyond her undergraduate years, as she plans to pursue a law degree after graduation. I have no doubt that her diligence and commitment will continue to serve her well in all her future endeavors.
And now, welcome to the stage, Mr. Joe Walsh, Manager of Academic Programs, to present the Dean Norman C. Miller Award.
I am very proud to present the Dean Norman C. Miller Award. This is the award in honor of the founding Dean of University College Newark. The Dean Norman C. Miller Award is presented to the University College Newark student who has completed the largest number of credits at Rutgers and has the highest GPA. This year, the award goes to Matthew Agostini. So Matthew's advisor, Tara Warren, was supposed to be here. She's ill, so she texted me her remarks. I'm going to read those. On behalf of Rutgers statewide, and I work for the Rutgers Division of Continuing Studies. We manage Rutgers off-campus programs. University College, according to the flag back here, for those of you who don't know, is the branch of Rutgers devoted to non-traditional part-time night students. And Rutgers has established a series of partnerships across the state of New Jersey where we provide academic programs to students at those locations. So County College of Morris, in this case Matthew, part of programs spread to Monmouth County, Mercer, Camden Counties, Atlantic and Cape Community College, or Atlantic and Cape May counties. So Matthew's part of this off-campus, non-traditional cohort. It's a cohort of students who would not be able generally have a hard time getting to the main campus because of distance, a variety of other things. It's a way to complete a Rutgers degree without having to travel all the way to Newark, New Brunswick, or Camden. So as Tara said, she's honored to present the award to Matthew, and she also texted Matthew is amazing with multiple exclamation points next to it. He is completing his bachelor's degree in psychology with a boring 4.0 GPA. He's an exceptional student. He is academically driven, possesses strong character traits, and extreme commitment and academic curiosity. Tara says he has proven time and again a resilience and growth mindset to all challenges and excelled in everything during his time here at Rutgers. And she says, I've been blessed to be able to advise Matthew during his time at Rutgers and cannot recall a time when Matthew did not come to advising sessions without a huge smile. It's been a pleasure to work with and wish him nothing but the best in his future endeavors. Matthew plans to go on, several family members who are social workers, plans to go on graduate study in social work. Perhaps Dr. Bird will be introducing you in a little bit. So again, on behalf of University College, I present the Dean Norman C. Miller Award to Matthew Agostini. One last thing, Matthew made it very clear he wants to thank Tara profusely for her assistance and guidance. I forgot that. Really appreciates the relationship he had with his advisor. Again, thank you.
Next, please welcome Ms. Cynthia Hawkins to the stage to present the 2025 Tau Sigma National Honor Society Awards.
Good evening, everyone. Great to see you all. I'm going to be presenting 2 awards this evening. It's the Tau Sigma Award, which is the award for transfer students. That award is presented to Jillian O'Donnell. I don't know if Jillian is here this evening, and also Ma Cassandra Gento. They both couldn't be with us this evening, but I still wanted to acknowledge them. Thank you.
And last but not least, we welcome Mr. Yao Apia to the stage to present our final award of the evening, the Yolandi Rubiani's Memorial Award.
I'll be quick, so we can all leave. Good evening, everyone. The Yolandi Rubianes Memorial Award is a plaque awarded annually to the graduating senior who, in overcoming adversity, has achieved distinction as a student. This year's recipient exemplifies unwavering determination, steadfast perseverance, and an inspiring dedication to learning. Nancy Meehan, academic journey is nothing short of extraordinary. Her story is a powerful testament to resilience, one marked by challenges met with courage and a spirit that never gave up. She first enrolled at Rutgers University, Newark in the fall of 1976, embarking on a path toward higher education that would span nearly 5 decades. Throughout the years, Nancy encountered numerous obstacles with the potential to derail her dreams, yet she remained undeterred. Her enduring commitment to her education, even in the face of life's complexities, is a testament to her unshakable belief in the value of learning. Her journey reflects not just the pursuit of a degree, but the embodiment of lifelong learning and perseverance. Tonight, we celebrate not only the completion of a long-held goal, but the spirit of a woman who refused to give up. On behalf of the School of Arts and Sciences, Newark, it is with great pride and admiration that I present the 2025 Yolandi Rubianes Memorial Award to Nancy Meehan, a true inspiration to us all. Thank you.
Can we have a round of applause for all of our incredible scholars? and to the family, friends, faculty, and staff who have supported you throughout your academic journey at Rutgers University, Newark.
We'd also like to take a moment to recognize the folks in planning and dedication has made this event possible. So special thanks to Gourmet Dining Team, the Office of Reservations, Sally Cusses, our amazing photographer, our event coordinators, Camilla, Anna, our amazing Madeline. Your help and efforts in executing this event is greatly appreciated.
On behalf of the School of Arts and Sciences Newark, we'd like to thank you all for coming or tuning in to our live stream. To conclude the evening, we'd like to ask all award recipients to please come to the stage for a group photo. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
And I'm gonna, are you able to slide this out? Can you slide this all the way through? Just another reminder for all of our award recipients, please come on up for a large group photo.